And it is so unfortunate that so many of us Christians are living the gray life. Oh, y'all hear what I'm saying? David says in that second portion of verse 4, give me verse 4 back. He says, watch this. He says, I will not know a wicked person. And this word wicked, it has the connotation, or it really talks about good and evil. Or it talks about good and evil, not necessarily the contrast, the spectrum of good being white and evil being black, but the gray area where the two, amen, begin to cross over into one another. And that's a place of mass confusion where I'm really not sure if this is okay. I really don't want to talk about it. I don't want to know. Ain't nobody going to say amen. David is saying, I got to get rid of and get away from and disconnect from the people who are living in the shades of gray. He said, unpack it. Just because the Bible didn't say I couldn't, you know that ain't right. Oh, you hear what I'm saying? People who are living in the gray area, the shades of gray, who are deliberately, watch this, trying not to see the explicit purpose of God for theirs or anyone else's life. We want to stay in this area of gray because it's comfortable for us. I wish I had somebody. Some of us, we do go to church, but we sit in the gray seat. The seat that doesn't require any commitment, the seat that doesn't require any accountability, the gray seat where somebody really don't know my name, really don't know that I live with him and he live with me, but we not married because we drive two separate cars to church. We got two separate folk. I wish I had somebody. What? You know, one of these days, I'm going to get to the point where I can just preach encouraging stuff. The Lord is with you. He's going to bless you. He loves you. His eternal love and grace is abound towards you. One of these days, I'm just going to preach like that. But until we can figure out how to come out of the gray area, come out of the darkness, out of the gray into his marvelous light. Too many people don't want to walk in the light because in the light, everything is exposed. All the truth is known. Everything is told in the light. But we want to stay back in the gray where it kind of look like it's right, but it might not exactly be right. I wish I had somebody. It looked good enough. That's what we're trying to do. We're not trying to be perfect and mature and pleasing to God. We're just trying to do enough to get by. But I think David must have read what Jesus said in Revelation. What Jesus said, listen, he was talking to the church. He says, look, either you need to be hot or you need to be cold. Ain't no gray with the Lord. Ain't no sort of kind of maybe I didn't really know. I didn't think that it was wrong. I thought didn't you say? No, with God, it's either hot or cold. Is this making sense to anybody?